The 10 Best Westerns Action Scenes. The channel for westerns and more. Following a theme I have already made a video on, westerns and action definitely go together, just like cowboys and cows. It's hard to think of a John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, or almost all A-lister western lead actors' westerns that didn't at some point set the screen on fire with gunfire, explosions, or some impressive action sequence. Let's have some fun today and revisit some of the best. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get started. Heaven's Gate, 1980. Homesteaders versus Cattleman Posse. France is the only country in the world to have successfully screened the 3-hour and 39-minute version theatrically since 1980 to critical and commercial acclaim.
Chris. Go back across the river!
Pale Rider, 1985. The preacher stalks the marshal and his men. During shooting, Clint Eastwood sustained what he described as the worst injury he has ever had on set, when a horse he was riding fell through thin ice and launched him forward. Clint suffered a dislocated shoulder. The Long Riders, 1980. Saloon knife fight over a prostitute. The film stars 4 sets of actual brothers: the Carradines, the Keachers, the Quades, and the Guests. The Magnificent Seven, 2016. The town fights off an army of men. Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt were the first 2 actors cast. Antoine Fuqua knew that both men had expressed interest in appearing in a western. Getting Washington was easy, but Fuqua initially was unsure in which role Pratt would fit. On the second phone call between Fuqua and Pratt, the latter started to sing "O Shenandoah." which Fuqua immediately declared that Pratt is Steve McQueen. How the West Was Won, 1962, The Buffalo Stampede, features more than 1,200 extras, including 7 Indian tribes. Gary Cooper had been offered the role of Linus Rawlings, but died before filming began. James Stewart then accepted the part despite feeling miscast. Spencer Tracy was only able to narrate the film rather than play a part due to his health problems. "3:10 to Yuma, 2007. Wade's men ambush a Gatling-equipped Pinkerton coach. The short story upon which the film is based was published in a dime western magazine in 1953. The action begins in the hotel room with the deputy sheriff guarding a 21-year-old robber. Stagecoach, 1939. Geronimo attacks the stagecoach. Yakima Canutt explained how the stunt was accomplished, where, as an Apache warrior attacking the stage, he is shot, falls off his horse, and then gets dragged underneath the stagecoach. You have to run the horses fast, so they'll run straight. If they run slow, they move around a lot. When you turn loose to go under the coach, you've got to bring your arms over your chest and stomach. You've got to hold your elbows close to your body, or that front axle will knock them off. After the stunt was completed, Canutt ran to director John Ford to make sure they got the stunt on film. Ford replied that, even if they hadn't, I'll never shoot that again. The Revenant, 2015. Arakawa Indians ambush a fur trading camp. Leonardo DiCaprio chose to devour a raw slab of bison's liver, even though he is vegetarian. He also had to learn to shoot a musket, build a fire, speak 2 Native American languages, Pawnee and Arikara, and study with a doctor who specializes in ancient healing techniques. DiCaprio calls it the hardest performance of his career.
Leave the forge! Leave the forge for the Ah!
The Wild Bunch, 1969. Train office robbery, stealing a US arms shipment and blowing a bridge. The train robbery itself was not in the script. All scenes were improvised on the spot. The same day. Same thing with the walk for the bunch to help Angel. Gunfire sound effects changed for this film. Before, all gunshots in Warner Bros. Movies sounded identical, regardless of the type of weapon being fired. Peckinpah insisted on each different type of firearm having its own specific sound effect when fired. Open Range, 2003. Harmonville Shootout. Robert Duvall got bucked off a horse and broke 6 ribs while practicing his riding for this role. Duvall was the only actor that Kevin Costner had in mind for the role of Boss Spearman. He said if Duvall had turned down the part, right, he may not have made the movie at all.
Too, and I enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon. The channel for westerns and more.